I made it. I tell you, that A39, it's not so bad once you get to a certain point, but I didn't really realise it. Probably went over Exmoor or something. That was hairy. So I had a choice when I came to Widemouth Bay. Park in the parking where I think you pay, and there's toilets and stuff, and I have no problem with that. Or come to the viewpoint. I've come to the viewpoint car park. I'm thinking I should have just parked up where you pay and then walked up here. But, you know, not to know. Let's get to the end point, get some views. It's nice. I'll give you my view on it when I get there. Okay, you knew this was coming. I set off on Friday at 4 o'clock. I entered Cornwall 12 o'clock on Sunday, and then about half an hour later I ended up here. It is absolutely stunning, but it's not really that much different to walking from Scarborough to Filey. Now, that's not to take anything away from what I'm seeing. It's absolutely brilliant. Where it's 90 minutes to Scarborough Filey. And I'm definitely getting blustery, overcast Cornwall. It'll be interesting to see what it's like in the sun, but it is absolutely stunning. But it's pretty much the North York coast. That's the way to look at it based on my first sighting of the rugged coastline. But it's early days. I figure let's just do it the other way around. Walk down into the commercial area, check some stuff out, walk back up. And depending on how things are going, I may do a bit more of the coastal path that way. Obviously I can't do too much of it because I have to walk back on myself. You know, I would, if it stayed like this, it'd be perfect weather probably to walk back from Bude to here, but I'm just now out of sync with the buses a bit, and of course it could just turn and then I'll get really wet, and I don't know, I'm not brave enough. Boom! I have set foot on my first Cornish beach at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. My rating of it, now this was never intended to be the peak beach, so don't get me wrong, but it's alright, average. Well, nothing spectacular, but there is more to come. This was never meant to be, you know, the wow beach, but it's alright. Okay, so let's get the civilization. I do like the different colours, the green and the brown and stuff. That's quite nice. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm here finally, after what's felt like nearly 4 hours short of 2 days. Okay, I've gone through what counts as civilization. I say counts. It's basically a car park with a cafe on it, and some toilets that women were coming out of the toilet saying they're unusable, like a load of chimpanzees. Me, it's shit everywhere. I don't know how bad it is, obviously I didn't go in, but the male ones, not clean, but you know, not a chimpanzee situation. But I tell you, the smell of urine. Glad I had my mask on for COVID, otherwise I might have took a membrane layer off my bloody nose. It was really bad. So, in terms of upkeep of the environment, what a great first experience. Anyway, I'm not going far this way, because of course any distance I go I have to come back. I just wanted to get over a little height thing to see what else we can see, and then I'm going to turn around and head back to the van and figure if I do a little bit of the just a little bit of the coastal walk that way, just to see what I can see over a few rises and stuff. That was the original plan, but back to here. 2.5 miles isn't really that long. But, you know, unpredictable weather. I promised myself I'd not make an instant judgment and take time to digest. I think I've digested it enough. That place was a bit of a dump. It just wasn't really looked after. I don't know. Crappy toilets. As I said, it's a bit out of the way, it's a remote sort of bay sort of situation. Wasn't meant to be peak beach, so I am putting that in perspective. You know, there's better places to come, the bigger named places and stuff, but I don't know, I just expected a little bit better in terms of looking after the place. It's what it is. Something I will say, if this is the weather I get for Tintergal, you know what I mean, it can be as blustery and as overcast and even a bit of light drizzle as much as it wants. I don't really care as long as it's not a downpour. I have a feeling it'll look freaking awesome. Well, at least I hope it will. I've got high expectations in my mind of this, you know, these ruins on a promontory slightly cut off from the main coastline. You know, if it's blustery and overcast, it might just be right. Okay, heading back to the car park. Change of plan. I'm not going to walk along the coastal way bit. I am going to head to Summerlees Beach in Bude. Peak time, but the weather's not great, so I'm going to risk it. Hopefully I'll get a parking spot.